Hi, my name is Eva Rodriguez. I have been a second grade bilingual teacher for approximately 15 years.
What areas of language has been the most difficult for you?
What areas of language? I wouldn't really, I don't think I've had areas of language that have been difficult.
Okay. How do you think age has impacted your language learning?
Well, when I was young, was in the bilingual program. So I was able to speak and write both Spanish and English pretty well throughout my whole life. So being young, starting in the bilingual program since I was young, I think helped for me to retain both Spanish and English.
What kind of bilingual do you think you are?
I don't know, a 50-50 bilingual, 50 Spanish, fluent Spanish and English speaker and writer. So 50-50.
Okay. What language is more dominant?
I would say I would say now English because I do use it more for everyday purposes. So yes, over the years, of course, English became the more dominant.
How did your teachers in your math or science classes contribute to your second language learning?
They contributed by exposing me to, I guess you could say, higher level vocabulary that I wouldn't encounter on an everyday purpose. So they were able to help me to encounter that, use that language and understand that language that I probably wouldn't have been able to understand if they hadn't been there to help.
What are some things that you avoid saying or writing in your second language?
None. None.
Okay. What aspect or feature of your first language influences the most your second language?
Um, my first language. I don't know. I think there are some. The fact that I know Spanish makes it easier to, I guess, when I was younger, to understand some words that I might not have been familiar with because of the cognates. So um, if I wasn't familiar with an English word, I would see if I could recognize some part of it that was Spanish that I could recognize. So then that would help. Yes.
What are some of the major similarities and differences you find between your first and second language?
Similarities and differences. Well, like I said in the previous answer, there are some, I guess, base words or root words that might come from the Spanish, have Spanish roots that I might know, and if I had a problem with learning or understanding a word in English, I was able to use um, that Spanish root to help me understand the English word better.
Okay. How did school and socializing with your classmates influence your second language learning?
Well, of course, school. I did go to bilingual classes up to about second or third grade, but past that it was all English. So definitely, I was exposed to English most of my life. Academically, socially, the same. Most of my friends were English speakers. I guess I had just like spoke Spanish mostly at home, but other than that, I spoke it everywhere. I spoke English everywhere else.
How do you think speakers of English help you the most in your second language learning?
I guess when I was younger, they helped because they exposed me to vocabulary and maybe words that I wasn't very familiar with. So at that point in my life, but overall, yes, like my teachers that were English speakers helped me a lot, tremendously.
Okay, that was Miss Rodriguez for my interview. Thank you so much, and good night.